Okay. I think we have one last question, which I think is best, which will best encapsulate this session. A symposium like this is being criticized by some as a leftist activity or an anti-government action, or is being unfair to Ferdinand Marcos, who contributed a lot to this country. What are your thoughts about these views, sir?
Well, you know, the problem is, just look at me. Do I look like a communist? I am too fat to become a communist. I consume a lot of food. By the way, I'm wearing yellow, so I'm not red. I mean, of course, I'm joking, but you know what I mean. This is a Catholic school, although there were people in the Catholic Church who believe in liberation theology. I don't think that, this is the problem. If you want to create a common enemy for easy messaging and narrative building, you say everyone who's Duterte's nemesis are leftists. Now, I do not agree with that. That's detrimental to democracy. We should celebrate our differences. We should make available as many ideologies as possible for the people to be able to choose. We should talk about the gains and the gains and the of these ideologies. If you're going to look at it, my title was about the Marcos dictatorship's end, so I have to talk about all these things. But if you're going to invite me about Imelda's governance of Metro Manila, maybe you will hear a different Xiao Chua, who recognizes the projects of Imelda, although also looks at what went wrong. So what I'm telling you here is that, then it's so easy to build simplistic narratives of enemies of the state, leftists and all of that, and red tagging and all of that. When the beauty, ang kagandahan ng edukasyon ay dapat mas maraming mga kung ano-anong ideya ang ating mabasa. 'Di ba? Hindi ka kasi ang problema when you tag someone as red or communist agad and you say it's bad. I'm not saying that I believe in communism. I don't. But you should read it. Maybe you will not agree with it, but maybe there are good points that you can get, especially with the preferential option for the poor. Di ba? Because, we do not want unbridled capitalism. Because capitalism has been abusive also. Akala nung iba, pag capitalist ka, masipag ka, magiging mayayaman ka. Hindi ito matotoo yun eh. We need the balance. Kaya nga ako, I advocate centrism. Huwag tayong magpakahon. Socialism in the sense of the democratic socialism or social democracy, maybe. Kaso ako, hindi naman ako makakahon dun eh. I also invoke Bonifacio, who is not a communist. He's a nationalist. Diba? Huwag kayong magpakahon. Be multiple. Have principles, of course. Your core is your Christians. I'm a Christian, you're a Catholic. Yan ang core natin. Diba? Pero, huwag tayong maging sarado isip. Recognize Marcos for the good things that his administration initiated. Sure. I did that with my thesis on Imelda. But when something is wrong, call it out. I'm not totally anti-Duterte, as you see. I like build very much. But I do not agree with the toxic rhetoric that divides the country and the human rights record. But there are some things that he's doing good. So, ganun lang yun. Be balanced. I'm not saying don't have balls. I'm just saying don't be too radical that you move away people from you. So instead of building conversations, remember that nation building is about nation building. It's not nation dividing. You don't build a country by dividing it. I'm sorry, I shouted again. You don't build a nation by dividing it. You build it by connecting people, by trying to make people talk about things, even if they don't agree with each other. I implore you, stop being toxic in social media. Try to build conversation. Stop name calling people you don't agree with. Don't call them stupid. Stop using harsh language. Build conversations, even if with people you do not agree with. And when they see that you are sincere in building these conversations, we will have, thesis, antithesis, right? And then you have synthesis. We cannot be thinking alike. Thinking differently and putting those solutions together make things work and become better. Because if we do not have oppositions, we will be mediocre. So this is my message for everyone on both sides. Accept that we are different, but let us always talk.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful synthesis at the end of the discussion.